Congratulations, my friend. You finally found Bitcoin. We all buy Bitcoin at the price that we deserve. Honestly, when I first heard that statement, I thought that was the most outlandish pile of rubbish I have ever heard in my life. But then after a few years in the space, it kind of made sense. I first heard of Bitcoin in 2018 when it crashed all the way down from $20,000 to $6,000. And all I could think of was, who in their right mind is buying this crap? Bitcoin? Digital money? Numbers on a screen? Ones and zeros? Are people stupid? Is this where we are? Have fun staying poor. But in retrospect, the only person remaining poor was me. But do you know why it doesn't matter? Because Bitcoin is more than just chasing the price. It's more than just price appreciation. It's more than just filling your pockets with money. It is so much more than that. And once you fully understand and grasp that, more on that later. The knowledge you consume from Bitcoin alone is infinitely more important and valuable than just the monetary gains. Trust me. Hyperbole aside, it will truly change the way that you think and understand money. In fact, I would argue, and this is totally my opinion, and there's others out there that share my same opinion, but you know what? You don't really understand money. You can't really understand money until you understand Bitcoin. So once you understand the significance of Bitcoin, why it was created, why it's important, and why it's a pretty significant part of the future, then you can finally start to understand what money is all about. Why am I telling you all of this? More on that later, my friend. I'm Barixis, and welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. I post my regular content every Wednesday and Fridays, and I post YouTube shorts every single day. If you want to keep up, please subscribe, hit that little notification bell icon, and I promise you will not regret it. You may even learn a thing or two about Bitcoin, but who knows? The only way to find out is to watch the video all the way through from beginning to end. It'll be like 10 minutes of your life. And let me give you the 3 fundamental areas you need to understand before you even drop $1 into Bitcoin. Let's just get right into it. Okay, the 3 things you need to understand and do before you invest anything into Bitcoin and even touch it. Number 1, study, study, study. And once you're done that, study some more. You want to study Bitcoin, because if you don't understand what you're investing in, what the hell are you doing investing any money into? Like, what? Come on, like, that's common sense, right? Understand where your money is going and you will prosper. Dump your money into some blind investment you have no idea what the hell it's all about, you are asking to lose your money. Simple, right? Don't know where to start? I got you.
Bruh.
Oops. The Bitcoin Standard. You want to read this book. It is the most significant and important piece of literature you will ever read when it comes to Bitcoin and anything financial. If you want to understand money, you want to read the Bitcoin Standard. Trust me. You want to understand why Bitcoin was created, when it was created, what's the significance of Bitcoin, why is it so important, what's the whole craze behind it. You want to understand the Bitcoin cycle, so the 4-year halving cycle, 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024, and then 2028, or every 210,000 blocks. You want to understand what the hell that's all about. If this is the first time you're hearing about Bitcoin, you're like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? But once you understand Bitcoin and you study it, you will understand, and it will be like second nature to you. So study Bitcoin and the halving cycles. I want to learn about decentralization. Why is decentralization important? Why is it that nobody on earth, no government entity, no central agency, no country, no person, no hacker, no nothing, why is it that nobody can infiltrate and shut down Bitcoin? Why is that? Decentralization is the name of the game. You want to understand about the significance of the limited supply. There is only ever in existence going to be 21 million Bitcoin. Not 21 million and 1, not 21 million and 2, not 22 million, not, oh damn, no, we reached our limit. Can we just print some more Bitcoin? Can we just mine some more No. 21 million finite supply. That is it. Notice how I haven't brought up price? Study Bitcoin, but I mean, don't we want to understand why Bitcoin appreciates so much? None of that, I mean, sure, yeah, it matters, because let's face it, the vast majority of people, 99.99% of people get into Bitcoin because of the incredible price appreciation. And then, yeah, the small subset of, Bitcoin maximalists, they only care about the future of finance and self-sovereignty and sure, whatever. That's all great and all, but at the end of the day, we're regular people. We want to see our portfolios go woo! But don't you want to understand why something is appreciating so much in value? I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, it's the single greatest asset to ever be created. It has had astronomical returns over the last, 10, 12, 13, 15 years since inception. But why? Why is that the case? Do you want to know what the problem is with so many retail investors and why they just can't seem to navigate such an easy space, the digital market, the digital asset space? It's because they hear about Bitcoin and it's like, oh man, Bitcoin used to be like 3 cents, 20 cents. It's now, what, $75,000 US? I mean, I think I already missed the boat, right? And that is where retail investors are completely and utterly wrong. Why do I say that? Bitcoin used to be 3 cents. Sure. And then let's just say, not even let's just say, at one point, Bitcoin was 3 cents. It got to $3. What were the people that were buying in $3 saying, oh man, it used to be 3 cents. I've already missed like 1,000x. Like, oh, why am I even in this? And then fast forward another, 3, 4, 5 years, Bitcoin is $1,000. What are people at $1,000 saying? Oh man, like, and it's a vicious cycle. It does not matter. Bitcoin is programmed. It is mathematically programmed to appreciate in value. So if you're buying it now at $70,000, guess what's going to happen in 10, 20, 30 years? Maybe it's 7 million, maybe it's 50 million. Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball, but the point is, based on Bitcoin from inception being like, sub a penny, it's now 75,000 US dollars. That is appreciation of like what, a million X? Absurd. It's literally an absurd number. So yes, price is important, but understanding Bitcoin and what it's all about, that's even more important. The second thing that you need to understand before you drop even $1 into Bitcoin, you need to understand the business cycle. Is it as important as understanding Bitcoin? No, of course not. But if you want to expand your knowledge, if you want to go take that extra step, you want to understand the business cycle. Why? Because it is the fuel that drives Bitcoin. Full pause. Yes, I know. No, it's the halving cycle. It's when the issuance gets cut in half. It's when the difficulty increases. Every 4 years, the halving cycle. It's not liquidity. It's not the business cycle. No, I'm sorry. My opinion, liquidity is the driver that is responsible for the appreciation of every asset in the world, arguably. Think of liquidity like the gas needed to run your car, your combustion engine car. Without gas, where's your car going? It's not going anywhere. It is not going anywhere. You have an electric car without electricity, without a fully charged battery, where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Unless you're pushing your car, you are not going anywhere. So think of liquidity like the gas for your assets, the gas for Bitcoin, the gas for equities, the gas for all the fun things in the world. You need liquidity. You need money. Now, with respect to the business cycle, which you're obviously going to study, right? You're going to study the business cycle because it's important, right? Liquidity is high during the expansion phase of the business cycle, meaning there is a surplus of cash and cash equivalents circulating in the economy. So what does that mean? Interest rates are likely pretty low. Banks want to lend money. Everybody and their grandmother seems to be richer than they were a week ago, a year ago, and everything is just great. Everybody wants to spend money. Everybody wants to borrow money. Everybody wants to buy a car. Everybody wants to buy houses. Everybody wants to buy assets. And that's exactly why in 2020, when the government shut down everything and then they're like, oh crap, what the hell did we do? They stimulated the economy by printing trillions of dollars, giving everybody checks for their household. And then what did they do? They went and spent money. And where did that money go? That money went into the businesses. And what did happen? Their prices appreciated, and then, well, the rest is history. 2022. It's just, inflation is just transitory. We promise, it's fine. For sure, buddy, for sure.
So in the end, it's not going to be, in the end, it will be transitory, and it would be a mistake to act prematurely. So we really have to weigh the risks of the two things. And at a certain point, the risks may flip. But right now, the risks to me are clear.
The gaslighting was a real thing, but I digress. Anyways, you do not need an economics degree to understand the business cycle. You want a high-level understanding, and once you have a high-level understanding, you will be much better positioned to understand when to buy and when to sell. That's all I'm saying. Lastly, we have investing psychology. I feel like for the last 3 or 4 videos, I have been talking about investing psychology religiously. Like I wake up every morning, I open up my Bible of investment psychology, and sorry, it's important. Investment psychology is 80% of investing. 80%! That is a significant number. Much like the Pareto principle, where 80% of your outputs come from 20% of your inputs. 20% of investing is just investing, and the other 80% is psychology, what goes on up here. Okay, so why is investment psychology important, and what the hell does it have to do with Bitcoin? Like, what? Let's do a little thought experiment. Why is it so difficult to sell? You know, your portfolio is done at 2x, a 3x, a 5x. It's done like 100%. You had $100,000, now you have $500,000. Every day, every week, every month, it's just going up. Why is it so difficult to sell? And then when the market has bottomed, when the market is tanking, when it's down 50%, 60%, that exact same asset that you couldn't bear to sell, that asset that you would buy when it was at all-time high, but suddenly when it's on sale, you don't want to buy? How does that make any sense? Think of it this way. Your favorite retail store. Would you rather buy those same clothes when it is selling at a freaking premium, when they up the price? Or would you rather buy it when it's on sale?
Bruh.
When it's on sale, right? The same applies to investing in assets. Why are we waiting to invest when assets are completely inflated? They're in a bubble. They are literally at all-time highs. What the hell are we doing? But we don't want to buy when it's on sale and it's down 50, 60, 70%? Does that make any sense? And that's exactly why you need to understand the psychology of money. It will help you tremendously when investing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is many things, but above anything else, it is a technological masterpiece. Reality is, once you understand Bitcoin, you are going to wish that you invested in it when you first heard about it. Because let's face it, when we put our first dollar into Bitcoin, that is not the first time we heard about Bitcoin. Absolutely not. When I first heard about Bitcoin, like I said, it was in 2018 when it was about $6,000. I didn't get into Bitcoin for the first time until 2021 when it was what, 50,000 US dollars? $50,000! But again, we all buy Bitcoin at the price that we deserve. I was not emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually ready to buy Bitcoin in 2018. Absolutely not. Why? Because my first thought was, it was $20,000 and now it's $6,000. That's on sale. That would be a perfect time to buy it. But no, I was only interested in Bitcoin when it was at all-time high, $20,000. So again, I was not in the right mindset to understand and appreciate buying Bitcoin at whatever price it was when I first heard about it. The same will most likely apply to you. And you will eventually come to realize that buying Bitcoin, that's the easy part. That's the easy part. Holding, maintaining, keeping your Bitcoin. That is the hard part. You think all those early adopters that bought Bitcoin in 2010, 2011, 2013, you think they all have their Bitcoin? Absolutely not. There is probably what? Probably 2% of all the holders back from the early days probably still have their Bitcoin. It's not easy. It is, the temptations in the crypto space is like a freaking drug. It's disgusting. It is the wild, wild west in the crypto space, and Bitcoin is arguably, not even arguably, is definitively the safest asset to invest in the digital market space. But then there's all these, oh my God, you can make 100x investing in that meme coin. You can make 1,000x investing in this other layer. It's, again, Bitcoin is the safe route. There are so many temptations, and that is why so many people, when they buy Bitcoin, oh yeah, it's all great, but then they lose their mind, they act stupid, they do dumb things, and they rotate those funds into something that is probably going to trend to zero in respect to Bitcoin. So how much Bitcoin do you hold? What are your private keys? What's your wallet? Drop all that information down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you, and you will most likely never hear from me again. In fact, depending on the wallet and the keys that I get, you may never hear from me, see this channel ever again. That was a joke, by the way. I'm literally just kidding. Do not send me your private keys. Do not send me your wallet. Don't tell me how much Bitcoin you have. I don't know any of that. So just, it is a joke. Anyways, I think this is a perfect opportunity to end the video here before I face legal repercussions. So with that, I thank you all for yet another opportunity to share my thoughts and my insights. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I look forward to the next one. BK out.